what's up you guys? This is Haley here from Should You Buy It? And I know I haven't put out a video in a very long time. And if you've been following my channel, you've kind of seen what's happened. So I just want to thank you guys for being so patient with me. But today, we have a video going out obviously, and it is storming really bad outside. So I apologize for if you can hear the thunder or not. I'm going to try to speak up over it. But this is actually going to be, hi Anna Banana. This is actually going to be a new thing on my channel, and I've been doing this for a while, and I usually just kind of just toss the products away. But now that I kind of have a vanity that's somewhat organized, I'm going to take all the products that I buy and try and I don't like, and I'm going to stick them in a drawer. Once the drawer gets full, I'm going to show you guys the products that I bought so you guys don't end up wasting your money like I did. I am not against returning products to the store that you do not like if the store allows it. I am against using those policies to use half of a product and just rip off the store. I am against that. But I'm not against that kind of thing. But these are products that I probably just saved for you guys and didn't return. So we're just going to start. I have a whole drawer here full of products right here. So we're just going to jump on into it. So the first product I'm actually going to be talking about is this Raw Apothecary. This is the body wash black soap. I got it on Amazon. I did get it at a pretty discounted price, and this is the worst body wash I have ever used. The bottle is great, the size is great, it's so liquidy. You can hear that. It is so liquidy that it just runs off your skin. It never suds up, and squeezing a half dollar amount, which is what they suggest, is nearly impossible. I also feel like it does not get the dirt off my skin, and it is horrible to wash your face, and I don't like the smell of it either. I used it once and I never went back. I also tried to use this as like bubble bath in the bath, and it just doesn't work at all. So I suggest not buying this. It is all natural, cruelty free, which is one of the reasons I did buy it, but it is horrific. It says you can also use it as shampoo, but I would not use it as shampoo either. The next product I'm actually going to show you guys, which you can tell the bottle is empty, so I did use the whole bottle. This is the Soap & Glory Clean On Me Moisturizing Shower Gel. Now, I really did like the physical gel that was in the bottle. It was a great consistency. It was a great smell. It bubbled up just enough. You could use it on your face or on your body. Never used it in my hair. But the way the packaging was, which I believe this is a design error. I believe it was a design error in this part, and I wish I would have taken video of me using the actual product. But the product in the bottle, when no matter how full the bottle is, it seemed like it was too thick to go through the squeeze pump. So you could push down the pump and it wouldn't pop back up. So if you wanted more than one pump, you kind of had to manually pull it back up. And it was just with that product. Now I did try the pump like in regular water or different soap, and it worked fine. So it just seemed like the pump was not heavy duty enough for the physical soap. So I did end up just taking the pump off and using the soap out of the bottle. This is my first bottle of this shower gel, so I have not tried it with like another bottle to see if my bottle was just defective. And I did buy this in a big bath gel set, actually at Christmas time, so I can't really return it. But other than that, I don't regret buying this, but I just wish this would be fixed if it is an issue with all bottles, or if it's just an issue with my bottle, then I hope nobody else has to deal with it. But yeah, so I don't regret buying this. I just wish that the pump was made bigger because the product is thicker. But I really did like the product. I just didn't like the pump. Another thing I did regret buying, which you guys are just going to probably make fun of me for this, is this Como Essence Concentrate Gel. I got this off of Wish. It was $2. No, I got it off, my bad. I didn't get it off of Wish. I did get it off of eBay. It was $1 for the product and then $1 for shipping. Took about 4 weeks to get here, which anything like that, I don't mind taking that long. And I got it just the other day, and I opened it up, and it smells horrific. It does not smell chemically. It does not smell, I don't know what it smells like. It does not smell like chemicals. It just smells dirty. I don't know what it is, why it smells like that, but it does. It smells horrific. I did use it on my skin. It didn't leave anything bad on my skin, but I couldn't use it on my face because the smell is just that bad, you guys. It doesn't smell chemically. It just smells off. It smells really off. It doesn't have a perfume or a scent to it. I don't know what it is. I think it is supposed to be a dupe for the NYX Honey Me Dew, and you can obviously see there is a huge difference. I have not used the NYX Honey Me Dew a lot to say if it's good or not. I don't know. But yeah, so I think it's supposed to be a dupe for that. Just spend the extra money and get the NYX one, because this did take also a forever to get here, and you can go buy this at Ulta. So yeah, this it was a $2 investment, but yeah, that one was just one of those things that you're like, no. And they're like, you want to try it? No, I don't want to try again because it's awful. Another thing, because I have a ton of stuff in this drawer. This drawer is pretty big, so this video is probably going to be pretty long. This is the Lila Grace French Vanilla Bath Salts. I have no idea how I got these, and I don't remember buying them. So I could have gotten them given to me. But this product, to me, the bath salt, it takes really, really long time to dissolve completely, and you don't smell the French vanilla the entire time. You actually it's a very soft scent, but it's almost too soft, where you forget about it, but in a bad way to where you can't smell it anymore. Also, the bath salts, which I should have taken a picture of them, they were huge, and they took forever to dissolve in the bath, like over an hour, which can be good for bath salts, but if they don't have a scent to them, then it doesn't really matter. It did also leave a little bit of grit in the bottom of my bathtub, which I did just wash out, so it didn't really ruin my bathtub, but I was not really impressed with these bath salts, so I'm going to give them a pass. So the next item I'm going to be talking about is the L'Oreal Microcellar Cleansing Water. This says it completely takes off makeup with no rinse or harsh rubbing, even waterproof makeup. This does take off your makeup. It does take a little bit of rubbing to it to take off, but to me, it didn't hurt my skin. It didn't leave my skin really red or anything more than just normal rubbing. To me, it did seem like it left a film on it. I usually do shake up my cleansing waters before I use them, just so I don't get all oil and the oil is evenly distributed for later. But I just did not like this one. I usually use the Garnier Skin Active cleansing water. I use the blue one. This one's blue too. I really, really like it. I just felt like this left a film on my skin, and this one does not. So if you are looking for a good cleansing water, and you're going to take my advice on it, get the Garnier. They're about the same price, and they are actually the exact same size. So, which one? They also are sold everywhere. I got this at Target. I believe you can get it at Ulta as well, and you can get these Target, Ulta, Walmart. You can kind of get them anywhere, CVS, Walgreens, etc. So, I didn't like this. It left a film on my skin that kind of bothered me, and I didn't like it. So I suggest if you are looking for one, or if you do use the L'Oreal and you think it leaves a film on your skin too, then maybe try the Garnier one just for a little bit. And they do sell travel sizes of these if you want to try it without buying a whole bottle. The next thing I do have, which I don't even know where, oh, okay. I got this at a local salon. I think I got it for Christmas. And this is the Probiotic Skincare Energizing Facial Scrub. And it says facial scrub, vitamin B and acai berry, I don't know. To me, this scrub was too harsh for my face. It is better as a body scrub, but of course it just say energizing facial scrub. So I did put it on my face first. It was just really rough and it kind of burned my skin. Not to the point where I needed to freak out or anything, but I do have really, really sensitive skin. So I did put the rest of it, I took it off of my face and I put it on my body, and it worked great on my body. So I just think this was too harsh for my face. It might work great for yours. But I did get this at a local salon, and I did get it actually as a gift, but the price tag is still on here from the salon, so I just know it's local. But you can probably get these almost anywhere. So they work great as a body scrub, but not as a face scrub. So they could easily put energizing body scrub, and you can still use it on your face, but there's still some in here actually. But it hurt my face too much than help. Next one. The next item is the La Roche-Posay Creme Purifying Foam Cream. This stuff is made for your face, and it says combination to oily intolerant skin. I have no idea what that means. So I put it on my skin, and it burned from the instant I put it on there until the instant I took it off. And it also left a red hue on my face. Kind of like when you get certain facials that burn, when they're supposed to burn. It left a red mark like I got a sunburn on my face. So I used it a couple times just to make sure it wasn't like a one-time kind of deal where it burned, and it burned every single time. So this is not made for sensitive skin. You guys are gonna hate me for this because I know so many people who will love this thing. So we are going to be talking about the makeup eraser. I got this a while ago and I used it, and I did not like it at all. So pretty much for the makeup eraser, and I did get this from Sephora, so this is a legit makeup eraser. It's not like a knockoff. It pretty much says you can put water on it and it takes off your makeup, even your waterproof makeup, without really any harsh rubbing or not anything more than, you know, it should be better than like a normal washcloth without soap on it. It should be kind of like your normal cleansing. I'm rambling. So I got this, and I had a full face of makeup on, like normal. Nothing too big, nothing too bad. And I took it, and I got water on it, and it felt like I had to scrub my face to get this to work at all. I did eventually just put soap on my face and use it just as a normal cloth, and it works great as a cloth, and everything does come out of it in the washer like it says. So it works as a cloth, but it's an expensive cloth. It's $20 at Sephora. It just did not work for me. I don't know if I have too sensitive skin and you have to do a little bit more rubbing to get it off. I just felt like I had to rub my skin too much to get the product off of my face, to where I could just use a cleanser and get it off my face a lot easier. So the makeup eraser is a no-go for me. I know a lot of people who do like it and they believe it does work. But I don't know, I tried this multiple times, and it might be an ID10T error with me, but it's a no-go on the makeup eraser. I also do have a dupe from Walmart called Always Off. It is another makeup eraser. They look pretty similar. It is a lot smaller. It is a lot cheaper. You get 3 of them for $5 at Walmart. It works about the same, which is really sad that it works about the same than the $20 one. So if you're looking for like just a nice and general washcloth just for your makeup, just in case it'll stain, and I would get these knockoff ones at Walmart. I use them as body washcloths now. But yeah, so the makeup eraser and the Always Off, I mean, I'm gonna consider them the same. They just did not work for me. Maybe because I use a primer and then a setting powder and then setting spray and just all this other stuff. It did not work for me. I felt like I had to rub too much on my eyes to get anything off. Alright, so the next thing, and we're going to get somewhat, not really, but we're going to get more into makeup. Everyone makes fun of me because I have a lot of makeup, but I try a lot of makeup. This is the Makeup Revolution London Fortune Favors the Brave. So there's 30 eyeshadows in this, and they now sell them at Ulta and online, in case you don't have an Ulta near you. And this is pretty much what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it. And the colors, they're beautiful. But they are not pigmented at all. This is a $15 makeup palette, so it's actually not that expensive. But I feel like you have to use 5 times the product to get any kind of pigment at all. And if you're going to use 5 times the product, you might as well get a nicer makeup palette that is more pigmented. So I did not like this makeup palette. I could not get any color off of a brush, even with a packing brush, onto my lids with this palette. So some of the Makeup Revolutions are hit and miss, and this one is a complete miss for them. And I've read some reviews online saying I'm not the only one who thinks the same. So I did not like this makeup palette at all. Another palette from Makeup Revolution. So Ulta stopped carrying at least in the store, my Blush Goddess Makeup Revolution palette, which I love to death because it's half blush, half highlighter. So I don't have to buy 2 palettes, and I don't use that much blush anyway, so it takes me like 3 years to go through a palette. But they stopped carrying it, so I decided to try their other blush palette, thinking it was going to be pretty close, and it's not. This palette is horrible. The colors are super off. They're either extremely, extremely bright to the point where it's like clown, or it's extremely, extremely like dull to the point where I would use it more as a contour than a blush. And I don't contour my cheeks because it looks weird when I do it. I probably just don't know what I'm doing. But these colors are just super, super weird. And it is called the Blush Palette, and they don't have anything that's normal. The one thing in here that is actually kind of nice is this color, which I have no idea the name of. It is very, very shimmery, and they are pigmented, so that's not the problem. It's just I could use that as a highlighter and not as a blush. So I do not like this palette at all. Speaking about Ulta products, because it's where I shop for all my makeup nowadays instead of like the drugstore, is the next item, the Ulta Eye Makeup Remover. Does not work. It comes in this small bottle, and I was out of my micellar water, and so I got this. They were buy one, get one free, so I got another one for free, and I just did not like it. I felt like I had to rub my face too much. I just felt like this was like normal water. And as you can tell, the weird thing is, like, compared this to like the micellar water, is you can tell where the oil separates. This, there's nothing. I did not like it. It did not work. It did not take my makeup off. Did not even take my foundation off. It didn't take off my eye makeup. It couldn't get off my mascara. It couldn't get off anything. And if it did, you had to use so much that a film was left on your skin. And I did not like it at all. So, sorry, Ulta, but your eye makeup remover, in my opinion, sucks. So the next ones we are going to be talking about is from Nip and Fab. This is also found at Ulta, but you can get them at Target as well. I'm going to be talking about the Glycolic Cleansing Fix, which is just a foaming facial cleanser with glycolic acid and cleansing olive oil. This, to me, did not cleanse my face. When I get a face cleanser, I actually want it to be able to physically take dirt off of my face. Like, if I physically have dirt on my face, I want to be able to take it off. And this, to me, did not foam up enough or remove enough physical particles on my face to get that off, so I did not like it. It also is very oily, and I don't like that in a face wash. It smells great. It does. It smells super, super great. I just did not like that it didn't wash my face, and to me, it was too oily for my skin, so I have to pass on it. Another one from Nip and Fab is the Glycolic Fix Night Pads Extreme. This is pretty much just a acne pad, and these are actually pretty expensive. I believe they're $15 for this little set of 60 pads, and to me, they don't work any better than like the Clearasil pads. To me, the Clearasil pads actually work a little better than the Nip and Fab ones do. I don't know what it is. I just feel like for Nip and Fab, you are paying for the name and not for the product. And I'm glad I got these at a pretty discounted rate. Another Ulta item, the Ulta Hydro Prime. I usually use the Perfecting Primer that's green, and I really, really like the consistency. I get it not just for the perfecting part, but for the primer part as well. Well, one day they were having the buy one, get one free sale, and they were out of my primer, so I thought I would try the Hydro Primer, and it was super, super bad, you guys. So it feels like a gel when it goes onto your face, and to me, it's tacky, which some people like in a primer because stuff will stick as easier. But for me, I'm usually not going out and spending 12 plus hours and need to have a full face of makeup on. So I don't need a primer that's that sticky, and that kind of primer ruins my skin anyways. So that's what this one is. If you are looking for an extremely sticky primer, this might be great. Did not hydrate my skin like the name kind of points to. I really don't believe it's silicone free. I don't know. It just felt like putting hair gel on my face. I did not like it. So I had two of these, so I have to put both of them away. Yep. Another primer. The NYX Pore Filler. Now, I believe this is just the one I got. I have not bought another one. But the way it comes out of this tube is really bad. I think I got a bad tube of this. But I do not want to spend more money on a product to see if I got a bad tube. And this has been long enough where I can't return it. Another thing, which you guys are going to hate me for, is the NYX Total Control Drops. So I bought two colors because I'm in between shades. I got the color Porcelain and Light Ivory. So I got both of these. I did have to order them online through Ulta because my Ulta store was always out of them. So I had to get two colors, and to me, the product is extremely runny. It's hard to mix together two colors to get your right skin tone, and it's almost impossible for me to use on a beauty blender because since it is so runny, the beauty blender almost automatically sucks it up. And usually what I do on products that I have to mix is I get like a little lid of some kind or a palette, and then I mix them together and I dab my beauty blender in it. Well, if I get these to mix together and then I down my beauty blender, the beauty blender just soaks it right up, even if it's damp, because of how liquidy it is. Another product from Ulta. This is the Ulta Lip Primer. I recently, oh, well, there's another thing. It sticks in there. So I recently got hooked onto liquid lipsticks. I have a couple Jeffree Stars now. I have a couple Kylie's. So my sister was telling me that I needed to get a lip primer, because I do every once in a while have to put chapstick on, and then it kind of messes with the liquid lipstick. So my sister said you need to get a primer so you don't have to do that. So I decided to get the Ulta primer because that's what she suggested. And I did not like it at all. It made my lips not more dry, but just uncomfortable, and then it did clog up on my lips and made my liquid lipstick clog up as well, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to take a pass on this. I also hate the smell. So I didn't hate this product at first, but then I tried another product and realized kind of how not bad it was. But I'm going to be talking about the Maybelline Instant Rewind Concealer. As you guys can tell, the entire thing is gone. I've used this pretty much all. And I decided after this I was going to try a higher end concealer. So I did get Tarte Shape Tape. And Tarte Shape Tape compared to this is a billion times better. And I'm not talking about just formula-wise, but this can take, this creases, for me, really, really easily, even when it's baked. It is hard to get a good shade for me, since I am lighter, and I'm more fair skin tone. It's just, I don't like the applicator as much as the Shape Tape. I just feel like it just gets real old. I liked this until I used a more higher end product, and then it's kind of made me not like this as much. The Shape Tape blends like butter. It goes on like butter, and it stays on my skin a lot better than this does. Do I regret buying this? No, it still is a good product, but if you are looking for a really, really good concealer, and I know every other YouTuber has talked about this, Tarte Shape Tape is really, really amazing, and Ulta is now finally keeping it in stock, at least in my store. Another item, and I don't know what it is with me trying skincare all of a sudden, but this is the Skin Fix Cleansing Oil, Foaming Cleansing Oil Face Wash. This I got at CVS. It was $15, I believe, or maybe $12. I have no idea. But it does not foam up at all. Not as much as a foaming face wash should. It is more of an oil. I have shook it. I have tried it multiple times. It's not a bad product, but I did believe it would foam up a little bit more than what it actually did. This is an oldie. This was the start of the box. These are the Jolie eyeshadows. I did a review on these a long, long time ago. And these are supposed to be dupes for the Naked palettes. So after getting my hands on and using some really, really nice makeup palettes, these are, I believe, $20. And I feel like you use 3 times the product, and it does take 3 times longer. And for the 3 times the product, you're going to use 3 times as much. You could get a nicer makeup palette and invest in at least one really, really nice makeup palette, or build your own makeup palette for the price. So these, they shatter very easily. They don't hold very easily on a shelf. You can't see, but you might on the close-up that they just start to crumble, and they just don't even hold up. These are good for like a daughter, or if you have, like a 10-year-old or whatever that's getting into makeup. But if you don't buy these. I bought these on Amazon, and I thought they were good when I got them. But holding them on the shelf a little longer, they just start to crumble. They break very, very easily. And they get everywhere. So that's actually all the products I have that I regret buying. This has been like a 6-month kind of thing, so this is a little longer of a video, but I just wait for this drawer to fill up, then I do a video on it. So yeah, hit that like button if you did like this video. Some of these some of these products people really do like. I'm not saying they're a bad product, but I just did not like them, and I will not purchase them again. But if you guys do like any of these products, just let me know down below so I can see exactly, maybe I didn't like some of these for an ID10T error. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!